What's up guys? I want to show you guys what it's like living off-grid here on our property today. Things are about to get crazy. We've known for the last few days that a storm's coming in. We don't know what that entails, but it just feels like we're waiting. We've been watching the forecast, seeing the radar, seeing these gnarly clouds roll across the Atlantic towards Portugal. And if you guys have been watching our channel, you'll know that we live at the bottom of a huge funnel. And when the rains start coming, everything comes sweeping down these mountains into our little valley. I don't know what this is gonna bring. It's kind of like being on a boat, waiting for the seas to get rough. It's kind of weird.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since. And now, after moving from the USA to Portugal, we'll be documenting our entire journey of building our dreams as we transform a historic watermill into our first home, not on wheels. Join us as we embark on this new and exciting phase of life. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin.
Hi, girlies. We got them a new little box filled with straw. They've been loving it. Using the rainwater as a chance to wash all the cat bowls. You want to show us the sponge you're using?
You wanna know why I did that? Because one day I ended up washing our dishes with the cat sponge.
That will never happen again.
It almost gave me a hairball. Literally.
The cat shack stays pretty dry in the rain. I don't know. We got some big rains coming tomorrow. Trying to be prepared.
They predict 52 mile an hour gust with like steady 20-30 mile an hour winds.
And 3 inches of rain.
You know what that means?
We
You should go
like
kiteboarding.
But we got a homestead to take care of. Right, kitties? Kitties, where'd you go? Oh, there's Minu. There's our little one-eyed wonder. Makes me feel so much better knowing they're staying dry. You want to know what else is new around here? Oh. Unfortunately, Drew and his dad weren't able to fix our other hot water heater in the camper, so we decided to step it up a level. We got like a normal house water heater.
On-demand hot water. It's wonderful.
Whoa. Haven't had a hot shower here, like from our camper, since May, probably. Is this propane?
Yes, and it's kind of towards minimum. We could crank it up probably to like 60. You want to see my homemade MacGyver hose clamps? We needed a longer hose to be able to reach the hot water heater into the camper for showers. We run it through the window, so I connected 2 hoses.
Whatever works, you know?
Gotta get resourceful around here.
And look, there's Tom. You want some snacks? Yeah? Okay, buddy. You happy? Good boy. He always purrs whenever he eats. I've wondered how cats would be in the rain, outside cats. But these kitties are pretty resilient. Kind of like us. You don't mind too much. So long as you have a little dry, warm place to go. Sweetest little cat.
You know, a lot of our attention has gone towards fireproofing our property, and now that we have made it through the fire season, we are now entering the complete opposite, where we might be dealing with some very heavy rains this season. It's been hard to predict how much rain will or won't come each year. We've heard for the past 3 years it's been different. Each year has been very different. So we'll see what is in store in the coming days anyway.
Heavy rain, wind in your region in the next 36 hours. Risk of flooding. Protect yourself.
Oh my.
You can see it's been raining a little bit the last couple days. Not anything like we're expecting to get, but here on our drive, you can see where the rain is making its path. We have the gutter over here,
Which Drew and his dad did an excellent job cleaning out for us too.
So as you can see, our swales in the driveway are taking shape again. The water wasn't really flowing too well and just running all across the entire driveway. And now hopefully this allows a channel here as well as a channel down the right hand side and gets our water under control so we don't have more erosion problems.
Our main problem here was leaves. leaves from all of the eucalyptus trees that were clogging up the flow of water in our gutters. And not only clogging it up, but piling up and creating little offshoots and waterfalls of water, causing erosion in all sorts of places on our road.
See right here on the side of our driveway, some of these spots where the rain has just created its own little caverns. That can become quite a problem and erode the driveway.
It's not the sediment problem, it's the leaf problem.
Hi, is this bringing you back memories of hurricane cleanup?
Somewhat similar, but not the same.
We love helping each other in our family. Earlier this week, the predictions from the meteorologists were saying that 3 inches of rain were gonna fall today. I don't know if that's true, but even when I look at the forecast now, it shows 10 centimeters for about a 2-hour period, which means 4 inches of rain in 2 hours. If that happens, we might need some life vest. You can see from when Nelson was here with the excavator, you got virgin soil up there, but newly cut stuff. With the weight of the water rushing, this could come sliding down. This spring, we put in these massive tubes right here to divert the water away from the mill. Well, we had a little bit of rain 2 days ago and it pushed some of the debris in here. I've been in here before shoveling this out. If you recall, we put 8 of these tubes way up there to divert water. You can see just from the little bit of rain how much debris is pushed up against there. So imagine if that was open. This channel deposits the water all the way around the hill. The spot behind me is where we plan to have a big water tank or multiple water tanks sitting. That just hasn't happened. We wanted to harvest the rainwater, but projects like the roof, getting our container, other things happening in our lives took place first, and we aren't quite prepared exactly, but we'll see if we made some contours, trenches that will also aid it. This is the area right up here with this ridge that's a bit concerning. We had cut a lot of the trees back trying to make it safe for fires during the summer and the dry season, but now as the soil gets wet, it could come sliding down. We'll see. Luckily we have this old stone wall here that will protect the mill itself. And right here's a feature we absolutely love that was left over from the roof build, is this little bridge that gets you into this nook. However, I noticed with the slight rain we had the other day, it was going right across this, creating a pool over here in the corner, which is exactly why we built a roof over this whole structure, because it would prevent this. So it's becoming a problem. This is what it looks like behind the mill in the little pond that we have. That was so relaxing to spend some of our summer days. The water's trickling over the waterfall right now, but this is the bottom of the bowl where all the action will happen. Let's just hope the mill stays safe back here. This right here is the corner, the foundation of the water mill. We protected it by putting some big boulders here with Nelson's excavator back in the springtime. We really want to feel like this is super protected. I mean, it's been here for hundreds of years, but how high will the water come? Will it reach up to like this level at all? I mean, that would be 2 meters of height. Hard to say. This is the first time Brittany and I have ever been in Portugal at this property at this time of year when those big storms hit in the fall time. This tube right here, this is our temporary French drain. I just laid this out, made everything on a slight bit of a slope because we want to see if we can get all the water that's from the back cavity around the edge of the house out around, and so it doesn't allow it to go under the foundation at all. So the idea is that any water at this end of the whole area will flow that direction. Which was a big question when my parents were here. They gave us a hand in looking at that whole situation, and let's just hope the water gets pushed out this way. This is the other end of that huge pipe that's going to be pouring out all the water from uphill. I've set a pallet here so it helps preserve our wall a little bit. It's finding the path of least resistance, going over this edge and making its way back into the little stream over there. Oh, and that's the basket that was inside the house. We're just washing that. Eventually the plan for this is to cut another canal right here, put another set of tubes, make the water on a nice sliding slope of some sort that directs the water down to the next set of tubes, down to terrace 1 below me, and back out to the river over here. I know I keep referring to that as a river. It is a creek now. We've seen it nearly dry before, but today it might actually earn its name as a river. Good thing we got this container because it's keeping everything dry, safe, and protected. It's so fun just adventuring around our own property here. I'm over by the lagoon, checking out in the mulch some of the growth of things. And look at these mushrooms I just found. Aren't those stunning? I've always wanted to grow mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, cremini, lion's mane. I'm really fascinated by mushrooms. And to just see these naturally growing without us having to spawn or put spores down, that's incredible. Like, I've seen a couple different varieties around here. So much more to know about mycelium. Again, how high will it rise? Will it demolish our beautiful little rock dam, our bargem right here? Will we be able to swim in it again? Or will we have to redig it one day? Those are the questions. So right here is our big apple tree. Unfortunately, it's not looking too healthy. I've been watering it for a few weeks now. I don't know if we just didn't get it in the ground on time, if it's not buried deep enough, if it didn't have enough substrate. I know I watered the heck out of it for a couple weeks, so it's definitely not at lack of water. I think this apple tree is gonna make it though. You can still see the green on the leaves. I'm hoping that those roots are getting down in there good. Still has the one apple on the branch here. So that's a little update on our trees for anybody who's curious. We might not have all the water harvesting under control, but at least we made it through fire season and we can start getting things in the soil. And here's our orange tree. That one looks very healthy. Look what I just found. Another huge pomegranate. Oh, it's a little split there. Ooh, might be growing some mushrooms inside there. Hey babe, you ready for some rain? You got your rain jacket on? I don't know. We'll see if all the hype is what it's expected to be. I don't know.
But our neighbors did say to be prepared. So we're here and we're ready for it.
Everyone's undercover, including the kitties. Rain is coming down. It's even dripping right up here on the edge of our door, coming down into our step right here.
Love you, baby. Love you.
You're being a good cat, Mom.
I'm just cleaning out their food bowls because nobody wants soggy biscuits.
I don't know if you can see that in there. There's a straight up waterfall gushing down right in that crevice. That's insane. That's like a waterfall out of the middle of nowhere. I can see a couple ones there, one right there. Storm is just about to get intense. It's just beginning. Look at those bands of rain.
The yellow means heavy or extreme.
Hi, Tom.
Something we've been enjoying doing with the onset of these cozy rainy days is focusing our time on language learning. And thanks to the sponsor of today's episode, Lingoda, we're able to study with the ultimate flexibility when it comes to supplementing our Portuguese with brushing up on our French for future trips as well. You can customize your Lingoda subscription based on whether you have time for 5 or 12 or 40 classes per month. What's even cooler is that you can choose your classes based on what kind of learner you are. Maybe you're a social learner who likes to learn in a group setting, or maybe you're more of an individual learner, and booking a class is super easy. You just filter by whether you want a group or a private class, choose what days work best for you, what times work best for you, and you can even use the curriculum to filter the lessons and choose what lesson suits you best. So no matter what kind of a learner you are, right now Lingoda is offering our community a 7-day free trial, during which time you can choose between 3 group classes or 1 one-on-one private class. All you have to do is click on the link in our video description below, and if you decide to continue with your subscription beyond the free trial, you will enjoy 35% off of your first month. Now, back to learning more about our land and anticipating what kind of lessons there might be to learn from the impending rains. Let's hope they're not too hard.
Got some serious studying, serious research to do, serious fixing up this problem in the future. We could be capturing so much water right now. I'm happy to see the water's not too high and damaging the house. The roof's doing exactly what we hoped it'd do.
Ooh.
Is it dry?
It's dry and it's quiet. Wow. Cool.
Uh-oh. Stuck. It's definitely dry. I don't see any marks from water or leaks. This is everything we hoped.
I know. You know what else is what we hope for?
What?
Nelson's returning.
Nelson!
Da-da-da!
Barefooting.
It's intense.
That's a lot of volume.
This is why we didn't want to put more sand or gravel or anything. We wanted to see what happens in the winter first. This rocky section fell back into the hole, blocking the pipe.
Look what's out to play again. And the kitties. They're drying out their hay box. Ninu, are you my sunshine? Look at that. The rain is gone and we have a rainbow. So beautiful. Aww.
Do you guys see that? Do you recognize those tracks? Nelson's back! Hey, Nelson!
Hoi.
Whoa! Good to see you again.
E sempre voltar com bons amigos.
Obrigado. Good to see you. All right, we got a mess over here. We're gonna be cleaning up this whole pile of rocks down here. I just remembered how satisfying it is to watch that machine work and just see it do the work that would take hours and hours by hand to shovel. So every time you have terrain that needs to be taken out of one spot, you gotta find another spot to put it. He offered the idea that right next to the drive here, he makes a little ledge, cuts a cubby hole out, and then in one swoop, he can basically pull the rocks from the hole in the back here and set them over to where he's digging. What's really tricky about this specific spot here is Nelson has to avoid hitting the pipe, the manilla, because if he cracks the cement, that means we'd have to replace that entire section of the tube that's 1 meter long, which would require digging out a big hole. So he's using every bit of concentration he can right now to avoid that from happening. Muito focused. Sim, tubes, seguridade. Exactamente. Hey Nelson!
Oi!
Oi! Anybody there? Muito lixo. Well, that will really plug up your pipes. You can see there's a low spot above the pipe right here where it's been compacted, and Nelson's pushing, grading the land so we can fill that little indent in. Ooh, I'm kind of out of breath going up this uphill. This is a project. We're going to make a nice little canal next to the driveway. That way the water slopes off to one side, slopes to the other, channels down, and the driveway stays intact. Brittany and I over time have done a lot of moving gravel, raking, shifting, trying to make our driveway perfect since day one that we got here, and it's just time for Nelson to help. As you can see here in this line, the water's kind of going wherever it wants to go. It doesn't really know if it should go to one of the sides of the driveway, and then it hits kind of this little gully we have here and just gets diverted and kind of shoots across over here to the right. Sometimes it enters back into this canal on this side. We don't really have a defined path, so that is the goal right now, to direct the water where we want to go rather than just letting it meander down the driveway, displace all the gravel, etc. And Nelson's putting his pick on. He's ready to go. One of the great things about working this time of year is that there's been quite a bit of rain that's fallen already, as you guys have seen, and having Nelson here now, the soil is quite saturated, it's loose, it's not that dry, cracking ground that we dealt with during the summer, and it's not so hot. Nelson's not burning up in his glass booth inside the excavator, and I'm out here in a t-shirt and shorts right now during the fall time. That's why I love living in Southern Europe. And I'm over by our madroño trees right now. Look, I'm gonna pick a nice one. Look how red this berry is. If it wasn't for our neighbor, I wouldn't know I could possibly eat these, because usually they ferment them in the mountains here and make madroño, which is a kind of moonshine liquor out of them. Sometimes they also make jam, jellies. Let me show you what these taste like. But I will taste it. I'll let you guys observe. Yeah, it's really good. They're really good. You look for the ones that are really red. A lot of these are quite yellow. You got little flowers on here. Right down here, right there. It's perfect. Look inside there. Madroño! Nelson loves them just as much as I do. Adoramos.
Nelson up there? You wondering what that is? Nelson's working as the sun is setting. Kitties are like, what are these sounds? What are these sounds? You can see him up there. His long arm a little bit. Kitties don't look too bothered though. Right, baby? Nope. Don't seem to care. We need to make sure we have like minimal erosion because we've been getting alerts to our phones saying that there's like
More bad weather coming.
tomorrow. Yeah, like for the next 36 hours, be prepared. Our friend Matt said it's going to be biblical. So we're like, what does that mean? You know, I don't know.
I mean, you guys can tell how much the weather has changed from earlier today when I was filming Nelson. It was sunny. It was quite a nice day. And now it's kind of feeling gloomy, ominous. There's like dark clouds in the sky.
It feels cozy, honestly.
It does. I mean, we have jackets on. I was in shorts earlier, like I mentioned.
And we're used to big rain. Florida has like monsooning afternoons every summer. So I don't know.
Well, here, look at the work he's been doing.
This place looks crazy. Oh my gosh.
He's been cutting out the canal over here on the left and depositing the dirt over on the right.
Wow. Are we supposed to be driving anywhere tonight?
Oh yeah.
Because this road doesn't look very passable. You might have to scooter.
Date night on a scooter?
Maybe.
Well, you gotta go see Nelson.
Yeah, this is amazing though. Wow. I love this. I love the gutter. This makes me feel
too.
very good.
It just means more upkeep and keeping crud out of the gutter for me.
Sorry.
Like that rock slide we witnessed.
You might have to think about getting your own mini excavator one day.
Oh, that'd be fun. Are we manifesting that?
I don't know, maybe.
I got enough other things I gotta maintain right now. I also like having Nelson around.
Me too.
It gives us a reason to have him keep coming back. Botard! I know, if it was you or I driving that thing, we would have definitely whacked that pole and knocked it over.
I know. Yeah, for sure. At least once or twice. It probably only takes once to knock it down. Nas próximas 36 horas.
Igual para todos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Igual Nelson, attention.
Eu vou puxar mais para cima
Sim.
para não haver problemas com caravana.
Sim.
It's rolling and
Yeah, entendo. Okay.
in the park.
Importante.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lining caravana.
So basically, if he pushes any more of the dirt this way, it'll go rolling downhill onto where we're parked in the van. So he's gonna just kind of make like a big wall right here, move the mud over to the left, and keep the canal clear. I'm really glad he was forward thinking in that idea.
And as the sun goes down on yet another transformational day at the mill, we give gratitude for all the helpful and wonderful people in our lives, including you. We can't wait to see you back here for the next one.